Welcome back to Design Patterns for Node.js, Part 3, Functions. So what are functions in Node.js? So if you have any background in any other kind of programming language, you might know that. Functions are building blocks of programming languages that allow you to encapsulate pieces of code or snippets of codes in order to reuse them throughout your application or in any other, code. So functions in Node.js are just the same, created and used in a similar way to function in any other kind of programming languages. There are different types of function in Node.js, like function declaration, function expression, arrow functions, and callback functions, which I'm going to, go through each of them in a bit more detail. So for function declaration, you can declare a function using the function keyword, as you can see here. First the function keyword and then the name of that function, which is greet here, and then any kind of parameter that you like, and then inside the curly braces it is the body of the function that you can do whatever you like. So here in this case it will just print in the console hello and the name of that parameter. Function expression, where you can assign an anonymous function to a variable. So in this case you assign a function which adds up two numbers and you assign it to a constant called @. So you can easily reuse it in anywhere else in the code that you like. Also, we have arrow functions in Node.js, which we can say, they are the simplest or the most compact way of defining a function. There is no need to have, curly braces. As you can see here, you can assign it to a constant. It's called multiply and just equal sign, and then the parameters, any number of parameters that you like, then the arrow sign, and then the functionality that you like to have. So it is really compact. In just one line you can have whatever you like. Also, we have callback functions, which in Node.js callback functions are commonly used for asynchronous operations. They are passed as arguments to functions that perform asynchronous tasks. So for example, here you can have that callback function after you read a kind of file. For in this example it is file.txt. Once it has been read, you can decide what to do after that. For example, to show the context, or show the content, or just show the error message if it wasn't successful, and so on and so forth. This callback function are specifically very important, and we have a lot to do with these, which I will cover them in the next few videos. Okay, let's quickly jump into the code and write just two functions. So the first one, as you saw, was greeting. So I write with the keyword of function. So I write function and then the name of the function, which is greet, and then the parameters, or the parameter which I want to have. So this function, here in this function I just want to say hello to that name, and the name is the parameter or input of the function. So the input would be name, and then what I want to do is console.log that name and saying hello to that name. So here we have, and then just let's say hello the name, and when we want to print a parameter in the console.log, we need to put it into $, and then curly braces. So here would be $, curly braces, and then the name parameter. So yep, then save it, and then again we can use Nodeman for this one here. So this function is now up and running, but it's not working because we haven't yet called it. So what I can do is just say greet and then a name, let's say Mehdi, and then save it, and as you can see we have hello Mehdi. And for the second one we can say, okay, let's have an arrow function, so and assign it to a constant. We can say const, and the name of that const, which could be add, then equals sign, and then we have the parameters, for example a and b, and then the arrow, and then whatever we want to do with those two parameters. So I just want to add them up, so I would say a plus b here, just that. And yeah, that's it. So I can say now add 2 and 4, but nothing happens because, again, of course I don't if I print it on the console, so I need to say console.log again, and then put the output of that function into console.log. So as you can see here, it says 6. And yeah, for the part of the callback function, we'll be back to them in the future videos, not right now. And yeah, with all that, see you in the next video.